Despite negative dynamics, oil benchmarks are still set to end this week with gains for the second time in a row. Today, markets are focusing on industrial production data and retail sales in China. Both the readings came in lower than expected, thus putting pressure on risk assets. On Friday, oil is trading mixed. In the early trade, crude prices went a bit higher, but the growth was capped by a stronger bearish momentum. Brent oil futures for October fell during the day by 0.6%. As a result, the price again slipped below the level of $45 per barrel, so the North Sea grade was trading at $44.69. The American WTI crude was following a similar trajectory, moving below the mark of $42. However, the pools do not give up and continue to push the price back to this level. Such mixed dynamics in the oil market is caused by persisting uncertainty and conflicting fundamental factors. On the one hand, crude prices are supported by industrial data from the US showing a drop in crude inventories and a slowdown in oil output. Yet the pessimistic outlook for the OPEC and International Energy Agency weighs on the energy market. The IEA has downgraded its forecast for global oil demand for both this and next year. In addition, the agency noted that in July oil supply rose by 2.5 million barrels per day, which dented investors' sentiment. Meanwhile, on Monday, traders will evaluate the outcome of the US-China trade talks. In case the negotiations end in a stalemate once again, oil market may start next week with a massive sell-off. At the moment, traders are in a waiting mode before the meeting, so oil bulls may test the new highs in the short term. Yesterday, by the end of the trading session, the ruble showed an unexpected 1% rise against the US dollar and approached the level of 73. At the same time, throughout the session, it largely ignored a rally positive background. Market participants associated this with the speculative purchases of the ruble by foreign traders, who were trying to win back losses after the US dollar fell against the basket of major currencies. Today, the ruble opened the trade in negative territory, and in the mid-session, the greenback managed to recoup its losses from the previous close. The dollar-ruble pair was up by 0.6%, reaching the level of 73.41. The ruble eased amid the overall rebound in the US dollar. Besides, traders will most likely close their long positions on the ruble ahead of the weekend and amid a thin summer market. The dollar-ruble pair may find support in industrial data and retail sales in the United States. The upbeat statistics and expectations that the US economy stays on track for recovery will definitely boost the US dollar growth. Then the dollar-ruble pair will find its next resistance at the level of 74. Next week, the start of the tax payment period in Russia may serve as a bullish factor for the ruble. The tax payment will peak on August 25th. You are watching Market News on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Tikhina. We wish you profitable deals with InstaForex.